Hello everyone, this is Raquel coming up with a 5-minute video. Creativity to me is being able to come up with a new idea by yourself using your imagination or your thinking process. To me, innovation means being able to change your ideas into a different idea or into something better, something that can work better for your initial idea. I think we do lose the capacity of creativity in the schools because there's some teachers who don't allow students to think for themselves, and they, instead of them have time for them to think for themselves and come up with things on their own, they just feed them things to do and say instead of using their imagination. In some subjects, I don't think they do, only because of subjects such as, well, music, of course, and language arts, reading. Yeah, reading and language arts, English. In the English reading and language arts class, I know a lot of teachers, they have them do journals, have them write journals. They have a topic, and then the students write whatever they feel or whatever they want to put in their journals. Although they have a subject to stick to, the teacher allows them to write whatever they want as long as it's according to the subject, as long as it's pertaining to the subject. As far as music, I don't know if all music teachers do this, but sometimes I let my students come up with the rhythm, especially in the exploratory classrooms where, for example, if we're learning clarinet, trumpet, or violin, I go around the room and I tell them, create a rhythm, and then we'll go around the room. One student creates a rhythm, everybody else imitates it. Next student creates a rhythm, everybody imitates it. So it gives them an opportunity to do something different, something that they want to do, something that they feel they want to play as far as rhythms or whatever valves or keys they want to press. Well, what I would do for my students for the 4th grade exploratory, which is, they're not really playing instruments quite yet, but they're just being exposed to the instruments. What I would do with them is when they learn, let's say, 2 or 3 notes, I put them into 2 groups or 4 groups, and they come up with a song for like 8 measures or 4 measures, and they have to present it to the classroom. That's something I would do to have them going, to have them think about the notes and what type of sound they want to create. And it all depends on how they want it to be played. And with the 4th grade, once they learn 3 notes or 2 notes, I probably do this with every time we include a note. I would say you have 5 minutes to come up with something, or 10 minutes to come up with something, and then present it to the whole classroom. With my 5th grade, I would ask them to come up with, like how we do mnemonic devices for the lines and spaces. I would ask them to do come up with different words and mnemonic devices for the lines and spaces to help them remember. For example, the strings. For the strings, I do good dogs always eat. Some students say great dogs always eat. For the 5th graders, I would do the same thing. I would have them think about mnemonic devices for the lines and spaces on the staff.
Created using Powtoon.